Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Lifestyle Aesthetics, where we teach you how to level up consistently over time. Today is another upper body day. This is a workout I would do if I was a beginner. This is pretty much what I did. Upper body, lower body split when I was a beginner. So, in order to have that good Greek god aesthetic, you want to have a strong upper chest, strong shoulders, well balanced arms, a bigger shoulder to waist ratio, and strong legs. So I'm starting off with the incline chest machine. So this is good for the triceps, shoulders, and upper chest. Like we were saying, the emphasis on that upper chest. So I find myself doing this quite heavy at around 210 pounds, aiming for 5 quality reps. And then I drop down the weight to, I've dropped it like 40 pounds, right? And then from there, we do the dip machine. So this is before I even started doing body weight dips. And this actually will help you develop that lower chest area, which can be quite difficult to develop if you don't do dips, if all you do is bench press and incline bench press. So with this machine, I changed this to a wider grip to focus more on the lower chest. And you definitely will feel this as you get used to it when you do it in the machines. So the machines will definitely help you to build that strength, that core strength, in order to do all these different advanced movements you see in the previous videos. So the difference with the grip is that if you do a wider grip, you do lower chest more, but if you do a closer grip, you do more emphasis on the triceps. So doing an upper body lower body split can help you be more mindful of trying to get stronger when you go to the gym every other day or every 2 days. When you think about like the dieting, I don't really have a specific diet, but I am mindful about the framework because I don't want to go too crazy on limiting myself what I can and cannot eat. So my strategy is, since I work, I fast for the first 5 to 6 hours. So I do not eat anything at all except for drinking one bottle of water. So I wake up at 5:30, then I eat my lunch at 12. But I am still doing my cardio, my walking on the treadmill for 30 minutes on the incline at level 15 after every workout on a consistent basis. Because when you want to have that, that superhero type of look, Greek goddess type of look, you want to have like a lower body fat percentage on your body. So doing these shoulder presses with this grip is more difficult. So I'm lowering down the weight, or I have 45 pounds on each side with a 10-pound plate. With this, you are focusing more on the anterior part of that shoulder muscle. This is good because you want to have a 3D look. Shoulders, I feel like, should be a little bit bigger than your biceps and triceps, since that's where you get that V taper look. So trying to hold that at the top and then trying to let it go slowly as best as I can. Trying to make sure I'm not slamming the weight. I'm not like pressing too fast. I'm just trying to go in a balanced way. And then we do these lat pull down machines. So what I found interesting is that this pretty much targets your lats, the middle part of the back. So I'm doing a wide grip lat pull down, and then after I do my 10 reps on that same weight, I'm doing a close grip lat pull down on the same exact machine. And I don't even bother lowering the weight because this helps me feel it more on my lats. This also works at your bicep, but the main area of focus for this is the back area, the lats. Having a strong lat muscle group can help you have achieve that wider back look that pretty much makes you look strong, more capable physically speaking. So doing this with the two grips, close wide grip first, and then a close grip lat pull down, and then I'm trying to go to failure as much as I can. And essentially, with these movements, I'm doing 2 sets of drop sets for back and chest since it's mostly developed, but my shoulders, I'm trying to do 3 sets of 2 drop sets. With the rear delt flies, like we always try to prioritize, it's working out the back shoulder, the rear deltoid. So having strong rear deltoids can help you minimize injuries when you go to the gym because people neglect this muscle group. And when you neglect that muscle group and you're bench pressing quite heavy, you don't have the support in your body to be able to maintain that weight. It also helps you maintain good posture because mostly people kind of walk hunched over because they are overdeveloped on the front, shoulders, and the chest. But if you have strong rear deltoids, it's gonna help you walk more upright. This also works out the upper back area, traps as well. For me, I love having big traps. Still trying to work on getting them bigger. Trying to achieve this Spider-Man 2099 look without neglecting too much on the legs. So the way I put my hand on this is like a pronated grip, so that way I can feel it more on my back shoulders. I don't like the neutral grip on this because I don't really feel it that much, but to each their own. Always experiment the different hand placements when you try these machines, so you can definitely work out the muscle much more efficiently. So after we do 100 pounds, I lower it down to 70 pounds. Again, always doing drop sets. And doing it like this can definitely help you grow a bigger upper back, and traps as a byproduct. So these rear delt flies are pretty fun. I like them. Um, Trying to make sure that my shoulders are, again, like I was stating, bigger than my bicep and tricep. To have that, overall strong warrior Greek god look. I feel like my forearms are still lacking. On a different video, we're gonna try to see how we can teach you guys how to do different movements to work out your forearms. So here I'm working out on my triceps with the rope on a cable machine. So I don't want to go too heavy. 80 pounds should suffice. Then we drop it to 60 pounds. The important part is that you try to keep your elbows locked in and you are spreading your hands apart when you do these tricep pushdowns on the rope. I feel like the rope does a lot of good for me. It's between the rope and the skull crushers that help me develop that strong tricep. Here we do hammer curls and ropes. Um, this is pretty good because I always feel it more on the forearms and biceps. And doing it that close grip will definitely help me build my forearms and biceps. Just like the previous movement, I'm going to do a drop set. So starting off with the 80 pounds, then we lower it to 60. Trying to make sure we keep good form, locking those elbows so you can make sure that you are correctly working out the bicep and the forearms. Trying to reach failure when I do this type of movement. And then from here, we are doing lateral raises. I couldn't find any lower weight, so I had to make do with what they had available. Also, remember that when you are doing the lateral raises, you don't really need to go that heavy because what you want to do is that when you raise the weight, the dumbbells, you're leading with your elbows. You're trying to tilt it a little bit to the side because you will definitely feel your middle part of that deltoid working out more. And as a byproduct as well, you will also work out the traps. So 3 sets of the drop sets for these lateral raises. Um, Cable machine dumbbells, like we always do, try to mix it up. I like doing these because it feels like it actually works out on the width of my body. So heavy set first for 30 pounds, and then dropping it to 15 pounds. And you want to make sure that you are raising the weight parallel to the ground. You don't have to overextend too high because then you're just overextending yourself and you're not really doing it as correct. You don't need to go that high. When I do these on a bench, I try to push or sit at the edge of the bench so that way my hands, the dumbbells are right under my leg. So it's not clashing it too much with my legs. And I have some room to pull down the machine, pull down the dumbbells and up in the air. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to videos. Join me on TikTok and Instagram on the links down below. Thank you.